Hey everyone, happy Fibro Friday. We made it through the week. I hope you took great care of yourselves this week. And if you didn't take great care of yourself this week, I hope you prioritize it today and through the weekend because there's only one you. And I would love for you to stay here and be as well as possible. If you're new, welcome. I'm Tia. I talk about fibromyalgia on Fridays. If you're not new, welcome back. You already know my name and you know what I do on Fridays. So, today's video is a little different. I usually give my whole spiel about my schedule. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right into this video. Today's video is different because this most recent doctor's appointment marks the first time in, I was going to say 4 years. That's when I was diagnosed 4 years ago, almost to the day. It's not 4 years. The symptoms started before 4 years ago. Today marks the first time in 12 or 13 years that I've gone to a doctor's appointment for myself, just a general doctor, not my dentist or my optometrist or anything. Specifically, my primary care physician. It's the first time that I've gone there. They've asked me how I was doing, and I didn't say, I'm so tired. I'm so achy. I feel like I'm coming down with something. None of those things were what I stated. I didn't say why I went to the doctor, though. My ear was clogged, full of wax, absolutely full. Not surprising. This is an issue that I have had specifically in this ear for, how old am I? For 30 or so years, a little over 30 years, I've had this issue going on in my ear. It has not gone anywhere. It is constant. I do have to get my ear cleaned professionally from time to time because it will get to the point where I can't hear. Everything is muffled. They clean it, I hear the world again. So yes, I went there to get my ear cleaned. I probably should just put on my schedule for an annual thing, but it's usually about once every 2 to 3 years, and it makes a world of difference. So I go to the doctor to get my ear cleaned. I called, said, hey, can I come get it done? They said, yeah, you can come today. Get there. They check my ear. It's clogged, just like they figured. They check the other ear. It's clear, which is always the case. It's never both ears. It's just one, and usually it's this one. And my doctor comes in after her nurse has checked me and says, her normal. How are you feeling? How's everything going? Is there anything else I can help you with? And I told her I felt great. Everything's fine. And there's nothing else I need help with. It has been over a decade since I've said that and meant it to a primary care physician. It has been so long that I have been dealing with these symptoms. Now, that does not mean I was 100% pain-free today. I can tell you today specifically, I have some aching right here in my right in my shoulders, spreading down to my chest a little bit. Definitely the aches are there, back, all of that. But the kind of pain I used to experience, to not have it anymore, it's a testimony to several things. I told you that story for a reason, not just because I'm celebrating, though I am celebrating that. And if you want to celebrate with me, please do. I'm not telling you just because of the celebratory factor for me. I'm telling you because this is part of why I'm always so adamant about getting a good diagnosis as quickly as possible. You cannot really fix a thing until you know what is broken, right? Fibromyalgia is a syndrome. To be clear, all of the research and all of the medical professionals who agree that it exists agree that it's a syndrome. It's just a collection of symptoms. There's no conclusive test. It's not a disease. None of that. It's a syndrome. So having the label may not be helpful, but more than likely it will be, because if your diagnosis has been done accurately, if all of the proper tests have been ran and everything else has been eliminated, if this has been done right, knowing what's happening and being able to look at some of the research and figure out what other people have done to alleviate their symptoms can go so far in creating your own wellness plan. Just think if you don't have a diagnosis and you're experiencing chronic back pain and achiness. And because, of course, you're thinking, it's just random back pain or achiness that just won't let up, or you just feel like you're constantly getting the flu. Just think of the different prescriptions you might be taking. You might be taking like ibuprofen or Tylenol, or you might be doing all of the things, and you may need a completely different treatment path. But if you look for just back pain, you're going to come up with 1,000 different conditions that back pain is a symptom, and trying to treat back pain related to a car accident may not give you the same level of relief that you need as someone who's experiencing back pain from fibromyalgia. Do you want, I know you all follow what I mean. Your treatment path looks different depending on the root. So if you know the root is fibromyalgia, even as nebulous as the name is, if you know that that's what it is, you can come to it with so much more knowledge, like the understanding that this is a nervous condition. So when your muscles ache, you're not going to just go for a muscle relaxer, though that may help. You're going to know that the ultimate determinant for this is getting your nervous system addressed. That's what's going to determine your pain levels going forward. It's not, your pain levels are not going to be remedied strictly by addressing the muscle, because the nerves are what are, turning the switches on and off with your pain. And that's true anyway of pain. The nerves are what are transmitting the signals, but constantly putting a product like a medication on top of an overactive nervous system in order to dull the response or try to trick the brain into thinking that this isn't really happening is not an effective way to deal with anything long term, right? Just pretending it's not there is not going to work. But if you have the name, if you have the diagnosis, you have the label, and it fits you, you can do so much in creating a treatment plan that's effective to your specific symptoms based on what science agrees is happening underneath all of the fibromyalgia symptoms. They don't all agree on everything, but what they do agree on, you can use that information to craft something that really gives you relief and wellness. And that's why diagnosis for me has been important, because to treat all the other things would have still left so much other stuff unaddressed. And it would have been just a very frustrating path, because I wouldn't have known how comprehensive my wellness plan had to be. Again, my health is not perfect, but it's so much farther than where it used to be. And I am so thankful for that. So that's it for today. Just wanted to share that with you. I hope you all are doing amazingly well and having a great weekend lined up. Please take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye bye.